guys. Well, today is Wednesday, June the 3rd. Yes, June the 3rd. I just got home from a night shift, so you'll have to excuse me. My brain is a little addled. I'm running on very little sleep. Probably no sleep, actually. I think I might have grabbed a 1 hour nap in the last full 24 hours. So I just got home from night shift and figured I'd film my quick little whip update, talk about an FFO, and a few other things. That way I can get this uploaded, because if I don't do it now, I'm not going to get it done over the next 4 days that I'm off. It just won't happen. I've got some busy things coming up with the kids and the end of school coming up, and my kids are getting ready for exams, and my son's got scout camp this weekend, and so it's just going to be very busy. So I figured I'd do my little whip update now and get that uploaded to YouTube, and then I will go to bed and get some sleep, because this is the first of my 4 days off, and I've just finished my nights. Okay, so Stitch Mania is officially over. I said I wasn't going to participate, and I really didn't participate. I did join the Facebook group, and I think it's a fabulous group. I love the people on there. Everyone's very encouraging. Everyone's very, it's just lovely people. So I said I wasn't going to join Stitch Mania because I'm not a serial starter. Like, that would drive me insane. However, I did lose my mind a little bit in May. I fell right off the rails. Usually I have 2 larger whips that I rotate at home, and I don't have a rotation, really. It's just when I get tired of working on one, I'll work on the other. But, and I always have a piece that I take to work with me, like an on-the-go piece. But anyway, May month came in, and I've lost my mind. I had a start and a finish in May. I had 2 more starts in May of on-the-go pieces. And what else did I have? I also have my 2 large whips that I'm working on still. So, but the starts were all small pieces, so I know I'm going to get those done fairly quickly. Okay, so first things first. Let's see, what should I talk about first? Let's talk about my, I have notes here, that's why I'm looking down, because again, zombie brain after getting off of work, so I made some notes to remind me what I wanted to talk about. I did have a FFO, I guess you'd call it. It was an FO when it left my hands, and then it became an FFO when it got to its destination. I've met some lovely people through YouTube, through the Flosstube community, and one of those people is Deneen. She just, you know, she's just become a really fast friend, and her and I get together on Skype, and we chat and stitch, and she's just a riot. I love her. I think she's fantastic. So she had a bit of an incident happen with one of her fur babies. Unfortunately passed away very suddenly, and she was very upset, as she should be. And to cheer her up a little bit, I did send her a card, and I also stitched her a little piece. It was a free piece that you could get through the website Primitive Hair. And so I downloaded a copy of the pattern, and I stitched it for her. It was my very first time ever using even weave. Previously, I've always stitched on Aida. I've never used anything else. And I have to say, I love the even weave. I love it. I think it looks so good. And I really enjoyed working on it. So I did that little piece for her, and I folded it up, and I popped it in the mail. And 2 weeks later, she got it in the mail, and now it's an FFO, because when it got to her end, she ended up ironing it and putting it in a frame, and now it's in her home. So, and I'm glad, I'm very pleased that she's enjoying it. So I do have a picture of the finished piece that I took before I sent it to her, and I'll insert that so you can see it. Then I also had a couple of new starts. Again, not my norm. My camera is all not really working with me here. Okay, so I'm not a whole big, into the serial starter stuff, but there was a Clouds Factory sale that I wanted to participate in. And I've never done a sale before. This is my first one. And Clouds Factory designs are simplistic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like, they're not difficult. There's not a whole lot of backstitching involved. They tend to be more simple sort of pieces. Now, don't get me wrong, you can get the larger pieces as well, but the majority of the designs that kind of caught my eye were the smaller pieces. So I picked out one to do for my nephew, and it's the Doctor Who. It's the 13 Doctors and the TARDIS at the end. So I started that on May 21st as part of the sale, and so I'll show you what I've got done so far. And this is going to be an on-the-go project for me. I'm going to take this to work and only stitch on it when I'm at work. So I've just gotten it started the 21st of May, and I've managed to get a little bit done on it. So this is where I am. There we go. So I have two of the Doctors are almost finished. I just need to finish this guy's hat and a little bit of his shirt. This guy is completely done. I just think he's so cute. I think he's so cute. And then I started these other two. So that's where I am with the Doctors, and it's going really well. I'm enjoying stitching this. I think they're just really cute little designs. Very out of the norm of what I tend to work on. I tend to work on much more involved pieces, large pieces, pieces that are full coverage. Yeah, so I'm liking the ease of this. This is very, very easy stuff. So that's one of my new starts. Then, like I said, I lost my mind a little bit. I had another new start. And I decided, because I just fell in love with the Clouds Factory stuff so much, that I would do one or two of them for my husband for Father's Day. Yeah. So I'll throw that into the mix. And I just keep them in these little bags. These are actually bags that pillow shams came in, and pillowcases come in. Just a little zip around bag that you can get like at Walmart with your pillowcases, and I keep them. And I put my projects in them, my on-the-go projects. I throw them in there, and I just pop that in my work bag with my small little tin of floss and needles. So for Father's Day, my husband is a huge movie buff and TV watcher and all that sort of stuff. I decided to do a few of the Clouds Factory movie and TV pieces, and I'm actually going to frame them and then put like a little collage on the wall of the frames together downstairs in our family room, where the large TV and DVDs and all that sort of stuff is set up. So this is the Jaws piece, the one that says, it has Clint and, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Clint and Captain Brody and Jaws and the boat and Richard Dreyfuss's character, who I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, and then along the bottom it's supposed to say, I think we're going to need a bigger boat. So this is where I am with that piece. And again, it's so cute. I love this guy's glasses. It's so cute. So yeah, so far so good. So that's another little start. And what I've been doing is in the mornings when I've been getting up and the kids are first off to school, I've been stitching. I stitched one fella and then put it away. And then a couple days later, kids were off at school, I stitched another little fella and then I put it away. So I'll have that done this week now on my 4 days off. And then I'll start another piece. I'm thinking of doing maybe the Ghostbusters one or, oh, I don't know. I'll figure out another one to do. But I'm loving the Clouds Factory stuff. They're just very quick little stitches. And first time I've ever done anything from them, and they're turning out great. Okay, so let's see what else is on my handy dandy list here. 2 new starts. My whip update. Let's do a whip update. So, anyone who's watched my videos knows that I am working on a piece that I did from pick to pet of the Record Girls. And this, I still have it in my Q-snap. This is where I've gotten with this. So I'll insert a picture of where it was the last time you saw it. But this is where it is now. So you can really see her hair. The brunette's hair is really starting to come in. The background looks pretty good. But I've kind of laid this down. It's not put away. I'm so focused on working on my other whip at the moment that this one's taken a little bit of a back burner. My dad is turning 70 this year. And I decided that I would stitch a photograph of his boat. He built a cabin cruiser himself from scratch when he retired a few years ago. And it's his pride and joy. Like, he is out on the bay, in that boat, twice a day. 2 trips a day, easy. Every day, like in the summer. Every day, 2 trips a day, unless the wind is horrendous and he can't get out. So I decided to stitch him a photograph of his precious boat. So I'll insert a picture of the chart, like what the finished product is going to look like. And this is where I am. Now, it's a full coverage design. So is the Record Girls one. But I don't park. I have never used any form of any parking technique, really, ever. I cross-country stitch. And I don't do all one color from beginning to end, but I will, I've got this put back in the bag now, but I will stitch, you know, I'll pick like this color here and I'll stitch this to its logical finale. And then I'll pick the next color and stitch, you know, down and around to its logical conclusion. And that's how I stitch. And I'm used to the backs of my work being very, well, not, you know, excessively neat, but I mean pretty neat. Like that's, you know, that's the back of one of my little Clouds Factory guys. So it's pretty clean. It's pretty flat, you know. All you can see is a few threads where I've tied off a couple of threads. So then I pick up my father's piece. And I think it's going to be lovely when it's done. But the section of the chart that I'm working on is, oh my God, it is brutal in the amount of confetti. It's brutal. It was taking me forever. Like, literally 2 stitches of this color. Then, you know, so many over would be another 2 stitches. And then so many down would be like 4 stitches. And I said, oh my God, like I'm never going to have this done by his birthday. He turns 70 in December. And it's really not a pattern that I don't want to have finished by the time his birthday rolls around. So I'm really focused on getting this done by his birthday. So I decided that because of all the confetti, I was going to try the parking technique. I I tried it. I'm still using it. I'm still haven't really decided if I like it, but I'm sticking to it because it is making the stitching go a little bit faster. I'm stitching 2 threads over 1 on 16 count Aida, but there's so much confetti. So I'll insert a photo of the chart, and which I can't remember. I may have already said I was going to do that, and then I did it. Again, zombie brain, lack of sleep. You'll have to excuse me. So this is, oh my God, this is my mess of my parking, okay? So this is where I am with the chart. So this is the shoreline of the picture. So we've got the grass up here, and then it's the rocky coastline here, and then it comes down into the water. So I think, and I'll show you a little bit closer up. So I think it's going to turn out really lovely, but oh my God, the confetti was just brutal. This is where I was still trying to cross-country stitch it, and this is literally about a half a dozen, maybe not a half a dozen, but there's at least 4 different colors in this little few stitches I have done here, maybe 5 different colors of all little varying subtle shades. So I decided to try the parking. So I've now completed I've completed this section of the page right down to where the page ends, and this is where the threads are now parked to pick up at the next page. And I've gone back now and I'm working down this 10 by 10 column here, and I'm working down this 10 by 10 column here to park again across, and this will be the end of the page. So that'll be 1 full page done. So I'm getting there, and I'm really, really enjoying this piece. I'm really focused on trying to get it completed. So it's not that my other whip is going to turn into a UFO, because it isn't. I just know I have a deadline, a set deadline for this piece. And although it's December with work and teenagers and all of that sort of stuff, I just want to make sure that I have ample time to get this finished. So I'm really, really concentrating on working on this whip as much as possible right now. And I'm not getting sick and tired of working on it. I'm really enjoying stitching it. So I don't feel the need to put it down and rotate to my other whip at the moment. So I'm going to continue with this one, and we'll see how it goes. But this is the back. I mean, compared to what I'm used to, this like thread stretching across and stuff, oh my God. Yeah, that's driving me a little bit insane because I'm a bit anal. But realistically, at the end of the day, no one the heck is going to see that. Nobody. Nobody. I'm going to see it, and the guy at the framing shop is going to see it. And he's not going to give a rat's ass about what the threads on the back of my stitch looks like. So, yeah, I just realized I said rat's ass, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, again, lack of sleep. Okay, so I've spoken about my FFO that I sent to Deneen. I've talked about my first time I've used even weave. I talked about my whips, my new starts. I don't have any other finishes. And the Clouds Factory Sal, which doesn't have a deadline to it. We had to start it all on the same day, but we can work on it and finish it whenever. So I'm just going to work on that at work and finish it when it's finished. It shouldn't take me very long because it's only a small piece. But my stitching at work right now, this week, has now been hampered by a crochet project. I crochet, and I have for a number of years, and I tend to do it only in cold months. Like I'll make some hats and scarves and mitts and things like that. But one of my friends, her niece, who has had a really difficult time getting pregnant, is now expecting, and they're having a baby shower for her next month. And she asked me if I would crochet a baby blanket for her niece. So I said yes, I would. And now's come the time that I have to do it, and I hate stitching it because I really don't want to work on that right now. I want to work on my cross stitch, but a promise is a promise. So I am in the middle of stitching a baby blanket right now for a friend of mine. So when I'm at work, I'm taking the crochet with me at work so that I can work on Dad's project at home, Dad's cross stitch at home, and I can work on the baby blanket at work. So my on-the-go whips are going to get put to one side just for a couple of weeks. I'll have the baby blanket done in no time, so I'll be able to get back at those. And I'll take a picture of the blanket when it's finished and insert it into a video or something so you can see how it turned out. Although this is not really about crocheting, it's about cross-stitching, but, you know, whatever. So, last thing, I guess, I want to say about the parking technique. Thank you so much for people who encouraged me to stick with it. I didn't think I would because, like I say, I've been stitching for over 20 years and I've never ever parked. But I have to say, in a situation like that where it's full coverage and you have an enormous amount of confetti stitching, it's working for me. I've gotten used to it now, and I think I'm going to stick with it for the rest of that piece. What else? I think that's it. The only other couple of things I wanted to mention, I put out a stitching style tag of 20 questions last month, and I want to say a big, huge thank you to everyone who has done the tag. I've watched so many videos. I've seen other people's stitching style videos liked from other people's YouTube accounts that I follow, and I'm now following those other people that I didn't even know did Flosstube videos. So thank you so much for doing the tag. I've really, really enjoyed watching everyone's responses to the questions. It surprises me how similar a lot of us are in our stitching styles and those sorts of things. Totally, you know, I can relate to a lot of what everyone has said as their answers for the tag. So thank you very much for doing that. And lastly, Donna Murray over in Scotland. Hi, Donna. Donna put out a curiosity tag this week of, I think it's 10 questions. And I am going to do the tag. My brain is just too dead right now, Donna, to handle answering any questions. It's a wonder there are still words coming out of my mouth right now, to be honest. So I'm getting ready to go to bed while the rest of the world is up working and doing their chores. I'm going to go to bed and sleep for a couple of hours. So what I will do is during my 4 days off, I will record Donna's curiosity tag, and I will post that at some point during my 4 days. So I'll have that up shortly. So yeah, that's it. That's my progress and my update for what I have completed for May month. I hope you enjoyed my updates. I hope I wasn't speaking too fast. My brain is just, you know, I'm running purely on adrenaline at this point. I can't even say I'm running on coffee because I wouldn't have any coffee, because if I had coffee then I wouldn't get to sleep now. So yeah, I'm just running purely on adrenaline and, I don't know, high on life, I guess. So I'm going to go and try and get a nap and get a couple of hours sleep before my kids get home from school. I hope everyone is having a great stitchy day. I will probably be stitching when I get up in a couple of hours, because my first day off, I do find I'm a little bit brain dead. So other than doing some housework and stitching, there won't be much going on in my life today. So I will probably try and work on Dad's project again this afternoon. So have a great day, everybody. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.